Capricorn, and welcome to my channel Inspiring Life Changes. My name's Colette and I'm here today to do a reading for all you Capricorns, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising and Cusp Capricorns. If you don't know where those placements are, there will be a free natal link in the description box down below for you to go and check out so that you can find out for yourselves where those placements are. For Cusp Capricorns, you will find yourself either at the end of Sagittarius and Capricorn, or you'll be at Capricorn and Aquarius ends. So you may want to also check out those videos before your sign and after your sign. Also, for any of you who have different placements like your moon or your rising, you may also want to go and check out those particular videos that fit for your sign as well, because sometimes the sun sign isn't always where you'll find your messages. Sometimes you will find that other signs make more sense for you. So check those out as well. So because it's Gemini season and we've had a lot of activity in Gemini over this last few weeks, we've had the new moon in Gemini, the sun's in Gemini, Mercury's been in Gemini, Venus is retrograde in Gemini and is going to be there for the next, well, until the end of July, moving into August. And also the moon's node, or the north node of the moon, has also moved into Gemini. So there's a lot of Gemini activity, a lot of focus on the Gemini energy, which is going to make a big difference to the energy of the Capricorn planets that we've had over the last few years, and particularly at the end of last year and the beginning of this year. The heavy, dense energy that we've all been in for quite some time now is going to lift and become a lot lighter as we head into the next 6 months of this year especially. So because of the fact that there's so much activity in Gemini, and because of the fact that Venus is retrograde and is going to be there for so long, I thought I would do something a little bit different and do some love readings for everybody. So I have found them to be quite popular, and I would just like to say thank you to anybody and everybody who has subscribed to my channel since I put out these readings. My subscription has risen, so thank you very much. It's a really big help and I really do appreciate it. I am thinking that when I get up to 100, which I know isn't that much, but when I get up to 100, I will probably start to do like a bonus reading for anybody for the sign that's had the most views. I would do a bonus love reading. So if anybody's interested in that, maybe kind of if you like, the more likes and views that a particular video gets, particularly views are very helpful, because they also help to get it out into the bigger YouTube world and YouTube platform for other people to view it as well. So that's kind of what I'm aiming to do, is when I get to 100 I will kind of look back and see for this particular love reading session that I've been doing, see which one has had the most hits, and I will do a bonus video for you. So this is kind of something that I've just made a decision on. So I thought I would put it out there during this Capricorn reading, as I'm getting nearer to the end of doing these particular readings, although I might continue them. But anyway, to stop blathering on now and say that the reading is going to be done with 2 decks of cards. So it's going to be the first deck for the sign of Capricorn itself, so it's going to represent your energy, Capricorn, and then the next deck of cards that I'm going to use is going to represent the person that you are interested in, are in a relationship with, or have been in a relationship with. So cross watchers as well, that could also represent yourselves. So just be aware as well that the energies could be swapped over, so you may want to kind of see which deck of cards suits you best. So although I'm saying that this is for Capricorn, you may feel that it's more your story, and if that's the case, just cross them over. However it resonates with you is how it resonates. It's what you feel, and I'm not going to argue with that. So to start all these readings off with, I have separated from my goddess deck of cards that I use, I've separated all the cup cards to give me an overall picture of what is happening energy-wise in your love life at this time, Capricorn. And you, Capricorn, have got the Ace of Cups. Something new is beginning, or you're ready for something new to begin, Capricorn. Ace of Cups is an energy, all the aces is an energy that kind of comes into your life. It's kind of, I'm ready energy. It's kind of saying, I've prepared myself. I know that I'm in the right space and I'm kind of wanting this to go further, if you like. It's an energy that kind of comes in, but it also needs something to kind of be channeled into. All the aces need to be channeled. Their energy needs to be channeled, otherwise it can just kind of fizzle out or disappear or just become nothing. So it's kind of saying that this energy here is you ready. You're ready for love, Capricorn. You're ready. You want it. Your cup is overflowing and you want to share it with somebody. It's a deep sense of love. It's a deep sense of not only of wanting to kind of share that love with somebody, but it's also about realizing your self-love as well, the Ace of Cups. It's also about knowing that you are worthy. You are worthy of this love. You are worthy of finding somebody who can fill your cup up just as much as you can fill their cup up for them. So that's a beautiful card to have, Capricorn, as your first card. Let's see what else comes out for you. It is a very overflowing energy here, and I feel with the moon kind of in the background, I'm just going to quickly show you this as well. The moon in the background, there's a deep intuitive kind of feeling with this for me as well. A deep emotional understanding, like a real kind of sense of that you will know. You will know. Okay, so the first card we have out for you here, Capricorn, is the Knight of Pentacles, which is a very earthy card. You are a very earthy sign, ruled by the element of earth. You have also Taurus and Virgo, ruled by the element of earth as well. So this could also represent them too. But I feel more that this is very much your energy here. And I also feel that this is you preparing. That you have been spending quite a lot of time, Capricorn, on your own, is what I'm kind of feeling here. Because I always see the Knight of Pentacles as being quite, although it's a slow energy as well, I see it as being an energy of kind of stabilizing yourself, preparing yourself, getting yourself ready. And that's kind of what I was picking up with this Ace of Cups here. You have kind of been very much focused on your environment and the place that you have within that environment. It's a beautiful card as well. It's very green. It's very connected to the heart chakra energy here. Very nature orientated. The heart chakra being the green energy of nature and kind of our connection with it all, which is why the Knight of Pentacles represents the environment. It represents the place of us, of making us feel good. We feel good when we're out in that environment. But I also get a sense here that you, Capricorn, are feeling good. You're feeling good about you. And you want to offer that pentacle. And there you are, the Two of Wands here. This is your covering card. This is your challenge at the moment. And your challenge for me is about finding that kind of finding that person that you want to build this with, I feel. Because there's two wands there. They're both kind of stuck in the ground here. And this path kind of divides into two separate paths here. And it kind of leads off into two separate directions. But it's also kind of saying to me that they come together. And there's two deer in the background there as well. So I feel on some level with this Knight of Pentacles here as well, it's like you're just kind of going down your path, doing your own thing. And while I was shuffling the cards, what came out for me quite strongly with this Ace of Cups as well was this kind of, what's the word? I had this energy of, what's the word I'm looking for here? It was the energy of, it wasn't urgency, it was, let me think. Like something has rocked you, something has shook you somehow. Something has kind of like, although you, with the Knight of Pentacles, you're stable. It's to do with this Ace of Cups. It's to do with this energy here. It's to do with something that has kind of, it's not hesitancy and it's not nervousness, but it's kind of this energy of, and I can't get the word, I had it earlier, should have said it then, but it's like nervous anticipation. That's the kind of energy I was picking up on. This kind of anticipation, this nervous anticipation, like something has got you on edge. It's an edginess. That's the word I'm looking for. You were on edge about something. That was the feeling that I was picking up when I was shuffling your cards earlier and this Ace of Cups came out. It was like you, it's almost like you are quite kind of content in your world. Quite kind of content, and now I feel as though this other person is kind of trying to enter into your world and they're offering their cup to you. And Capricorn, you're kind of, because you've been on your own for quite some time, I feel, for some of you Capricorns, maybe not all of you Capricorns, but I do feel as though a lot of you have been kind of just working through your own day-to-day things and just kind of living your life and just kind of not really been looking for anything, just very focused on you. And now this is kind of popped up and you're kind of I just got this shiver up my back. You're kind of, oh wow. You're kind of in the Ten of Cups energy. That's where you are. You've kind of leapt from the Ace here all the way through to the 10. And I keep getting these kind of goosebumps over this as well. So there's something very powerful about this energy. So in your head, and what you're kind of already aware of, is this potential. This here, this cup here, has this potential for you, Capricorn. And that's what you're wanting as well. You're wanting to go all the way. It's like all or nothing. All or nothing is what I'm kind of getting here, Capricorn. The energy that you've been in for a while, but what's moving away, the Seven of Wands upside down, the World upside down, and the Two of Pentacles also upside down. So the Seven of Wands in reverse is saying to me that you've been through a lot of standing up for yourself, having to kind of stand your ground, having to kind of almost justify who you are, why you do the things you do. And then with the World in reverse as well, it feels as though I'm kind of getting a feeling that you wanted to retreat from things, that you wanted to get out of the kind of limelight of the world in a way, that you wanted to not so much hermit yourself, but it was almost like this energy of I just get this kind of energy of not wanting to play ball, of not wanting to kind of yeah, of just kind of not wanting to because the world's about endings and beginnings. It's about cycles, it's about things coming to a close. So there may have been a feeling that it all kind of happened in a way that you didn't particularly want it to happen. That something ended, something finished, like there was a cycle in your life that came to a finish. But you may have felt that it wasn't your doing. And that's what I mean by you didn't want to play ball. You didn't want to be a part of that. You didn't want to. It almost felt like it was forced on you, Capricorn. And Two of Pentacles upside down as well is kind of saying to me that it put you in a situation of where you had to kind of rebalance yourself. It put you in a situation where you thought things were okay, when you thought that things were stable. It kind of turned everything upside down. And I feel that that's why for quite some time you've been on your own, doing your own thing with this Knight of Pentacles energy, because it's kind of through you and kind of, yeah, I'm just getting with this energy here, this kind of feeling of imbalance, things being out of balance, just out of balance, out of harmony in your life, out of focus. That you had to make adjustments that you weren't ready to make, and you had to do it kind of quickly, spur of the moment kind of energy. Almost like decisions, this or that. Yeah, just this energy of being forced into a situation that you had to make a sudden decision over. And I feel as though it's to do with like the physical realm. It could have been to do with movement, like actually moving physically somewhere, or finances kind of suddenly not being as stable financially as maybe you thought you were or had been. But underneath it all is this Eight of Swords. Again, it's in reverse. So the Eight of Swords here is saying to me that you felt very trapped for a long time. You felt as though you didn't have any say in this situation. And that's kind of what I'm picking up from this as well. That you didn't have a say in this situation. With this Eight of Swords as well, to do with the mind, it was a kind of very mental thing as well. In reverse. You felt chained, literally, because if you look at her hands, they are tied by chains. So it's not just a case of kind of, you know, being bound by something that you can cut through or slip out of easily. You can see there, it's literally kind of these gold chains that are tying her hands there, and blindfolded as well. So I feel as though that was a situation that you felt you had no control over. And it kept you trapped. And it could have been a situation, it could have been a relationship as well, Capricorn, that you felt trapped in for a long time. So that could also be why that Knight of Pentacles is there, because it's kind of saying to me that you spent a lot of time trying to balance yourself out because of this situation previously. But what's in your head with this Ten of Cups is you know what you want. You know you want the full story, the full kit and caboodle. You're not going to take any half measures here, Capricorn. No way are you going to find yourself back in this situation. And I think that's kind of... But you also, on some level, I feel as well, Capricorn, know that you kind of put yourself into that situation. On some level. But you kind of willingly allowed it to take place. Maybe by not getting out of the situation earlier, when you maybe had the chance and you chose to stay in the situation. And we have the Queen of Cups moving in. So this is saying to me that this is going to stir up a lot of emotion within you. And it may be that you don't want to look at it. It may be that you don't want to. And this is what I'm feeling, I think, about this kind of agitated energy here. It's kind of making you nervously excited, on edge, but at the same time very kind of concerned about giving your cup to somebody, about being in a relationship with somebody, and what that will entail for you if you're basically, you don't want to get yourself back in that same trapped situation that you've just got yourself out of. And that is more of a fear than anything else. With this Queen of Cups energy here. So let's see what the energies of this other person here for you, Capricorn. What is the energy of the other person that is energetically connecting with Capricorn? What's the energy of the other person who's energetically connected with Capricorn here? energy of the other person connected to the Capricorn energy. Sun, Moon, Venus, rising, cusp, Capricorn energy. Okay, interesting. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the Hangman in reverse as well. So this person could be looking at you, Capricorn, as this Queen of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. So they may also be feeling that they kind of can't approach you, or they don't know how to approach you, because you're very kind of self-contained. But they do see you as somebody who's very confident. Again, this is the earth energies. Capricorn, Taurus. It's the grounded energies. Stability. Maybe that's what they're wanting here from you, Capricorn. Maybe you give them a sense of stability. But I also get the feeling that they're kind of hesitant with this Hangman here. They're hesitant about knowing how to do this. They're hesitant because this is their covering energy, although they also got this energy here as well, covering. Get it around the right way. The Nine of Swords here as well. Which is what I feel is their kind of insecurity about you. I feel as though they see you as quite a strong, self-contained, independent person, and they don't quite know how to approach you or how you're going to. I think also that they know something about what you've been through with this Nine of Swords here. I think they are aware, and that they don't want to make you feel like that, Capricorn. They don't want to kind of add to that. They don't want to be a part of that energy, because that's what's crossing them. And so I feel as though they're kind of holding back at this time, just holding back. With that Nine of Swords there as well, it could be that it's kind of driving them a little bit insane here. You've got the Four of Wands over the Ten of Cups, but the Four of Wands is in reverse again as well. Four of Wands for me is a challenge card. It's a card of foundations, of kind of making something solid. In this particular card, this is about an adventure. This is Jason, of Jason and the Argonauts, and he's about to go off on an adventure. And so this person, again with this Four of Wands upside down, I feel as though they're finding it difficult to approach you. Yeah, Knight of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. But they are wanting more with you. They want to plan a future here with the Page of Pentacles. They do want to plan a future. Because this is the energy that's moving away. They are very much romantically looking towards building something with you here, Capricorn. But I do get the feeling that on some level they're nervous about approaching you about this. Maybe they have approached you about it already. And maybe that's what's got you kind of agitated and on edge. You've got the World again in reverse and the Devil card. So this is in the subconscious of this person. So there's also an ending of a cycle here for this person as well. And I would also say with this Devil card that there's a strong attraction, Capricorn. This is about them working through their fear maybe as well, to do with you. The Devil, again, there's this kind of chained, similar again, this kind of trapped energy here with this Eight of Swords. It's your energy, and then they have this kind of, these two people here, if you look on this Devil card, they're attached by this leash to the Devil, but they're kind of held there on their own accord. For some of you, this may be the same person that had you in this situation. For some of you Capricorns out there, this could be the same person who can't leave it alone. That they are kind of so... I don't get the feeling that this is about love with these two cards. For this particular scenario, this isn't for everybody, but for this particular scenario, this is more about somebody wanting to control your world. And that they can't let it go. It's almost like you've tried to escape, you've escaped them. And the more you've kind of distanced yourself from their world, the more they're trying to hold on to it. The more they're trying to trap you and hold you and kind of bring you back into their realm, into their... I just get the feeling that for some of you Capricorns out there, there is somebody who's very intent on not allowing you to move on with your life. That they're going to try their best to keep you in this energy. It's almost like a how dare you kind of feeling here. A kind of sense of like, you know, who do you think you are to kind of leave me? And for others of you, I do feel that this could also be about this person's fear. Dealing with their fear of their own past issues as well, of their own world. Because you've both got this energy here of the world in reverse, of things kind of not being in your control. And maybe that's what this person senses in you. Maybe that's why he wants to kind of help you, Capricorn. This new person, not the old person. whoever the old person was, they were very kind of controlling here, I feel. And they could still be hanging around, and they could be making this other person's life a hell as well, for showing interest in you as well, Capricorn. Almost a feeling for some of you like, you know, you belong to me. You belong to me, that you are mine. How dare somebody else try and prove otherwise. Okay, so with the Queen of Cups here, with this very kind of emotional situation that's coming up in your future, this person gets the Page of Cups in reverse. So again, a lot of emotion here, a lot of kind of looking at the emotional connection between the two of you. Or not looking at it, just kind of it being there. And I say that because I always think of these two trees as connecting in the background there. They're kind of reaching out to each other, these two trees. So it could be a situation where, like a protection almost. So this person wants to protect you, but maybe you don't want to be protected, Capricorn. I have the Five of Wands as well in reverse. So this is about self-doubt and self-fear, like fear of their own, like the things that they haven't looked at, like the dragon kind of represents those issues, that fear element, that kind of things that hold us back, stop us from achieving, stop us from believing in ourselves. That's what the dragon kind of represents here. And the Nine of Pentacles is in reverse as well. So this person's self-esteem is not overly high, and as we move forward with this reading as well, because this is what's coming in, their self-esteem and their self-worth is going to go through a it's going to go through a bit of a soul search in some ways. Like it's going to bring all these things up for them. Their self-worth. Are they worthy of you? Are they deserving of you? Can they offer you enough? Because you've got the Lover's card here as well. So this is about the choice. And it's kind of saying, I feel as though this person is asking themselves, as I was saying, you know, are they good enough for you? Are they good enough for you, Capricorn? What is it that they have that they can give to you that you don't kind of already have in yourself with this Knight of Pentacles energy here? Independence, a strong independence, a strong sense of like, you know, I can look after myself, I can take care of myself. So why do I need to have somebody else in my life? This person could also be a friend who wants to maybe take things further, because this is an energy of kind of being surrounded by people who support you and friends, and but again it's in reverse. Because it's in reverse, I feel as though it could be somebody who is aware of your past, a friend who wants to give you that happy ending, but they don't know and they don't feel, Capricorn, like they have much to offer you. That's kind of what I'm picking up here. And you, Capricorn, also don't want to end up in that same situation. So you're kind of hesitant about it. You're on edge about it. You're kind of, you know, it's like you could also lose a good friend as well if you went from being friends to being in a relationship as well. So you're kind of not sure either. So let's see what the Moonology cards have to say to you here. Interesting, Capricorn. You get the North Node energy, which at this time is in Gemini, and it says step out of your comfort zone. Step out of your comfort zone. It's kind of self-explanatory. It kind of says, like, you know, you need to step out of being single. You need to kind of, because that has become like your safety zone, your comfort zone, your safety zone. You kind of feel in control of that place, understandably, if what I'm picking up on is right. And this kind of energy here with this 8 of Swords, it is understandable, but it's also saying, look, you know, this is what's out there for you. This is what's out there, and this is your potential for what's out there. So let's see quickly what it is that the universe would like to say to you. What would the universe like to say to Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, and Capricorns. What would the universe like to say to you at this time? What would the universe like to say? Here we go. The universe would like to say, you must first lose the desire to help, for this will of itself hinder your actual help for others. You must lose the desire to help. So maybe it's saying that that is also part of your comfort zone as well. The need to help, the desire to help other people is kind of stopping you from being able to actually help others as well as yourself as well. Lose the desire to help, for this will of itself hinder your actual help for others. So maybe you're getting in your own way. That's possibly what it's also saying here as well, is that you are getting in your own way here. Because sometimes when we want to help somebody, we want to help them the way that we want to do it rather than the way that it actually needs to happen. So let's see what else the universe has to say here. Maybe this is to do with that other person as well, Capricorn. Maybe you're also aware of their situation. And also the fact that I feel that when they're around you, they kind of don't feel very strong. They don't feel very I just feel they don't feel very worthy. They just don't feel as though they have the right. And there could also be elements of this past relationship involved in that as well. And maybe also that you've previously in your past relationship, that was kind of what you were trying to do with this other person, was help them. Because we can do that as well. We can try to get into, or we get into relationships thinking that we can help somebody because we see their suffering. And maybe that's what this is saying, is that by trying to help this person, you are actually not you're actually stopping the help from happening somehow. That help, you know, it's like we see the suffering of somebody and we want to stop that suffering, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we can or that we have the right to. But it's something maybe that they have to learn a lesson from as well, and they can only change it themselves. Okay, so the only true goal is to move closer to and eventually combine with the fountainhead of light. Everything else that you do is but a reflection of this goal. So, of course, if you see love as being that light and moving towards that light, and that Ace of Cups as being a part of source energy, and it's coming through for you as a way of kind of lifting your life as well, maybe, Capricorn. That love is light and light is love. The two, there is no kind of separation between the two of them, really. So I'm going to leave your reading there, Capricorn, and say I hope it has been of some help to you. Please could you thumbs it up for me, and the more thumbs up and likes it gets, the more it gets out into the bigger YouTube world, and then it gets kind of picked up. More people come back to my channel, or can come back to my channel and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much to those of you who have. Again, subscribe to my channel. Please tap that bell so you also get future videos that I will be putting out there. Also, if you feel that this will be of benefit to anybody else, please share it. The more people that get to see it, again, they can also look at my other videos on my channel as well. They may find more messages and more help there for them in situations that they find themselves in. And so also, before I forget, my email is in the description box down below as well for anybody who may want to go further into their own personal story as well. Just send me an email and I will get back to you. Thank you again, Capricorn. I'm going to wish you all the best and say take care, and take care of those you can.